What's up, guys? June 27th, 2021, and we have a pretty cool story coming out of Maricopa, Arizona, and it's not related to what you think it would be. Sorry, guys. I wish I had more news for you on that, but I do not at this time. But I do have some pretty cool news, and this story is coming out at Just the News, and I love it, and you're going to know why in just a second. Maricopa County Attorney's Office to expunge marijuana convictions. I am the Cannabis Conservative, and I support this message. Officials expect to file over 6,900 stipulated motions to expunge convictions on July 12th. The Maricopa County Attorney's Office is helping to expunge prior marijuana convictions as a result of Proposition 207, which was passed by Arizona voters in the November 2020 election. The ballot measure legalized the recreational use of marijuana by adults 21 and older, and beginning on July 12, 2021, by allowing individuals to possess up to 1 ounce of marijuana and up to 6 marijuana plants, and set up a licensing system for dispensaries to sell it. It also allows anyone convicted of marijuana-related crimes to petition for the expungement of their criminal record. 5,000 charges related to the use, transportation, or cultivation of recreational marijuana are in the process of being dismissed or dropped to date. Under Prop 207, the expungements will be allowed for possessing, consuming, or transporting 2.5 ounces or less of marijuana, of which not more than 12.5 grams was in the form of marijuana concentrate, possessing, transporting, cultivating, or processing not more than 6 marijuana plants at the individual's primary residence for personal use, or possessing, using, or transporting paraphernalia related to the cultivation, manufacture, and processing or consumption of marijuana. This is something I'm behind. This is something that is considered one of my more liberal ideals, progressive, if you will. I believe that marijuana should be legal. I believe that there is no harm. There's been precisely 0 overdoses from marijuana. The government itself says that it is non-habit forming. It's about as addictive as a cup of coffee. And the U.S. government owns the patent, the only existing patent on marijuana for medical use, which ironically, they still have it as a Schedule I drug, which means it has no medical use, but they own the only patent on its medical use as a treatment for chemo, something to help ease the side effects of chemotherapy. So now we have laws crossing across the country that are allowing for the recreational as well as medical use of cannabis, and we are starting to see states that are expunging and setting free minor drug offenses for marijuana use, for marijuana consumption, for marijuana growing and possession. Now, I fully stand behind this. One of the few things that Joe has done so far, or at least said, I don't know what he's done in these regards, but one of the things he said was taking away federal contracts for prisons. I believe the prison system in the United States is a broken system. I believe it is it is a class warfare institution, okay? It is designed to make some elites that own shares in the prison system, very wealthy at the expense of free labor. And don't get me wrong, I am very tough on crime. However, there are certain crimes and certain people that are gone after with crimes that I believe is what's creating a class warfare system with the prisons. This step with marijuana is one step towards rectifying that situation. Now, this is also probably going to be an unpopular opinion. We'll call it Unpopular Sundays, talking about UFOs being unpopular and all this. This is another unpopular opinion. I believe that anybody that is convicted of a drug offense with no violence, not trafficking, not selling, but simply possessing and using, I don't believe that they should be regarded as criminals. I don't believe the best way to remedy their situation is to put them in prison where drugs are rampant. I think they need a treatment-based solution. I think that we need to explore those options as we have in a lot of different states already. And I think that's something we need to continue doing. If we turn the war on drugs from a war to a treatment, I think we can overcome the crowding of our prisons based on people that are in there for possession of drugs without intent to sell. Intent to sell, lock them up. Those are the parasites that feed off of these people and make quite a bit of money doing so, and they should be locked up. But the people that were simply there for possession, usage, and all that stuff, with no violent tendencies, no crime outside of the usage, I think we need to look at them in a different light and try and help them rather than keep them locked up in a place where the drugs are even more accessible than they may have been on the streets. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that people that are just convicted of possession and use of drugs, do you think they should be locked up with these harsh penalties, or do you think that a rehab treatment type punishment would be more fitting if we can find out a way to effectively do that without turning it into a prison type atmosphere where it's just an enabler to get more drugs? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, guys, stay frosty. God bless each and every one of you. God bless America. Make the fortune cookie country pay for this.